See, Herschel Walker's son, he went on a rant, but his rant, the value of it was dismissed because in my nation, in our community, that is a constraint. And what am I talking about? Sex. That's not only a constraint in my nation and in my community, it's a constraint in America. So when you look at what his son said, the abandonment, this, that, and the fourth, which is a common experience amongst all groups, because you know, Mexicanos, their fathers abandoned them. Oh, we ain't gonna even talk about the Barbari. You know, a bunch of white males abandon their kids. I mean, that's why you see all of this, Europe to America, all that Russia to America. That's why you have all that mixture, the Europeans in America. So you got that, and of course, we experienced that same thing, even in our nation, in my community, and in our group. So it ain't nothing new. Everybody go through it. But specifically, I want to talk about my nation because that's my responsibility. Americans sensationalize sex. They goal-orient sex. And so kids get introduced to sex at a young age. They have to watch. They watch these movies when they go to the theater, and they watch these certain films and animations and depictions. And it's somewhere in there. There's a excerpt about sensationalizing and goal-orienting sex. And that there is idiotic. Sex shouldn't be a goal for no kid. Sex shouldn't be the goal for a teenager. That sex don't bring you no success. Sex creates births, abortions. It's two sides to it. Or three. It's a three-sided facet. Birth, abortion, or disease. It's not recreational. It's purposeful. But America won't admit. What do you mean about admit? America is not accountable for the promotion of sex, the goal orientation of sex, the sensationalization of sex to kids, to children, as well as teenagers. And you already know for adults, it's wide open. It's free reign. So everybody is trying to convict and to condemn Herschel Walker for his viewpoints on abortion. But why don't nobody condemn and convict America in its entirety, private industries, public industries, for their sensationalization of sex and promoting and instilling in people that sex sells? Well, if sex sells, who's going to be at the forefront of that selling? The women, girls. So y'all can't convict and condemn a man on his viewpoint on abortion and then be frauds in that nature because you or y'all tolerate the sensationalization of sex and the goal orientation of it. I mean, think about this. American Pie. One of the biggest selling movies in America, American Pie, that series. That whole shit, that whole movie was about sex. The process you go through to get it. What it takes to catch a body. What it takes to get a girl. And then they put even more layers in it. More symbolism in it. So you got a white boy who wants to have sex with a foreign exchange student. Uh-oh. Because we know globally, Europe is one of the places where prostitution is an issue. It's a major plague. All around the world, prostitution is a plague. That's what women are primarily sustaining themselves with. Sex, because it sells. And this all came from America. So you got that in the movie. Then you got the cougar aspect where you got the older woman, the friend having sex with his friend mom. So what is that connected to? I don't know. Molestation, pedophilia, older with the young. Then you got the uncontrollable one who just want to hit everything, hit anybody. He doing all type of uncivilized and uncontrollable things just to get around something. Just to get around some feminism. So when you look at that, just with that, that illustration alone lets you know that Herschel Walker can't be convicted and condemned by his viewpoints on abortion. Abortion wouldn't be what it is if so many of us out here in society weren't going out and doing what we do, with no regard for the life that's will be created or to come. Then everybody curl up and curl up. Everybody fold when they hear I'm pregnant. So ain't no way that Herschel Walker can be condemned and convicted, because his mentality is an illustration of America's culture and education and sensationalization and goal orientation of sex to kids from the time that they're young to the time that they become adults. It's America, private industry, public industry, government, that's allowing the value and principle of sex to be a goal. So ain't no condemning, ain't no convicting Herschel Walker. That's what America teaches. What's in his brain, what he says out his mouth when it comes to that abortion, that's what's being taught. It's being illustrated. That is detrimental, extremely detrimental, to sensationalize and goal-orient sex for kids. So no, forget about going to be professional in whatever sector or industry or field, or doing something miraculous for humanity, transforming the world, transforming lives through a study or a discipline, or being a phenom figure in the world, not just in your country, but in the world, because of the work ethic you have and with the principles and values and the morals that you contain as a human being. No, not that. Get that first piece of vagina. Get that. Your very first goal should be penis. Penis or vagina. You see how asinine that is? You see how illiterate that is? How uncivilized that is? How barbaric that is? That's not a goal. But it's what America teach.